Pixie and welcome to Pixie's Playhouse. On today's episode we will be discussing the film Young Frankenstein, trying candy corn red vines. And we also have the original Kraft caramels because it just isn't Halloween without caramels. Alright, so let's start with these candy corn red vines. They look pretty awesome. I know that candy corns is one of those kind of Halloween snacks that people either really like or they don't. So let me know in the comments if you like candy corn. Alright, very orange. Not much of a smell coming off of them, so I'm going to put them in our bowl. Show you what they look like. Very Halloween-y pumpkin orange. And I'm also going to hold it up so you can kind of see what it looks like. So this is how long it is and how wide. Okay, let's take a bite of it. Tastes like candy corn and a little bit of licorice and almost tastes like a caramely thing happening as well and a marshmallowy thing, which is cool. Chewy, soft. Yeah, it tastes like candy corn. And marshmallows. Gonna give that an 8 out of 10 horns in the air. Pretty good. I enjoyed it. The original Kraft caramels. Reminds me kind of caramel apples. Another Halloween treat. Alright. Pour these in our bowl so they are each individually wrapped. They gave me a few extra random wrappers here as well, unless some are kind of unwrapped, which is bizarre, but I mean, it's Halloween, you never know what you'll find. Alright, so let's open one up. So here's what it looks like. And then I'll just turn it, there we go. Chewy. Sweet. Very chewy. Tastes a little bit like molasses. Very, very classic. I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10 horns in the air. It's just so synonymous with Halloween for me. Young Frankenstein is a 1974 comedy horror parody of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. It was directed by Mel Brooks and was co-written by Mel Brooks and Gene Wilder. It stars Gene Wilder as Dr. Frankenstein, Peter Boyle as the monster, Marty Feldman as Igor, Terry Garr as Inga, Madeline Kahn as Elizabeth, Cloris Leachman as Frau Blücher, Kenneth Mars as Inspector Kemp, and Gene Hackman as the blind man. The movie was shot in black and white and used fade to blacks and iris outs, you know, where the scene ends with a black circle that closes as in silent films, as well as the original lab equipment that was used in the 1931 Frankenstein film, which is super cool touches. Dr. Frederick Frankenstein heads to Transylvania, where he inherits his grandfather's family estate. He is met at the train station by his assistant, Inga, and a hunchback fellow. When Frankenstein introduces himself as Frankenstein, the assistant introduces himself as Igor instead of Igor. Frederick also meets the overbearing housekeeper, Frau Blücher. After finding his grandfather's secret laboratory and journals, he decides to continue his grandfather's experiments on a stolen corpse and transplants an abnormal brain in the corpse unbeknownst to him. Frankenstein has created a living, breathing monster. Inspector Kemp, a police officer with a prosthetic arm that seems to have a life of its own, wants assurance from Frankenstein that he won't be creating any more monsters. While the monster is loose in the village, he encounters a little girl and a blind man, owes to Frankenstein. And in the movie, when Frankenstein and the monster do a song and dance number of Putting on the Ritz, Frankenstein's fiancée Elizabeth arrives on the scene and is taken captive by the monster, whom she falls in love with and eventually marries. She now sports the Bride of Frankenstein hairstyle. Dr. Frankenstein winds up with Inga, so I guess all is well that ends well. I recently watched this forgotten gem and found it to be hilarious. Wilder's wild hair and eyeliner mad scientist look made me laugh so many times. Each and every actor in the film delivered impeccable performances. I really loved it and recommend it if you're looking for laughs. After all, it is perfect for Halloween. Thank you so much for watching, all you ghouls and goblins, and please subscribe because we're trying to build a cool community. Be cool, ghouls.